Good morning and welcome to the Harrison family vlog. Yo, I am exhausted. I slept in today. It is now 11:51 and I woke up at like 10:30, went and got some stuff to cook. I'm exhausted. I don't even know why. Don't know why, but I'm tired. And today I'm vlogging exclusively on the Comica Boom XD. You see that right there? I'm talking into that. I'm talking into that right now. And it looks like the volume is really loud. I'm going to lower the volume just a little bit. Give me a second. It sounds pretty loud. It looks, according to levels, it looks pretty loud to me. You guys let me know in the chat. But today's vlog is exclusively using the Comica Boom XD to see how it sounds and see if it's good enough to vlog with. So we're going to talk about it in a second. I think I have a problem, guys. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. And that's the cheap stuff that came with the Keurig machine. I know it's a slight problem, but it's a good problem. It's coffee, right? I don't mind. And I only get the K-Cups when they're on sale at CVS. And they alternate. 1 week, Dunkin' Donuts is on sale, right? The K-Cups. They sell a 10-pack for $5. I don't think that's the best use of my money, but it's on sale for a 10-pack for $5. So I usually buy one of those. But then the following weeks, the off week, Javalia, you're nut, Javalia and McDonald's sells their K-Cups for $5. And they come with packs of 12. So I definitely stock up every other week, usually, with the McDonald's and the Javalia K-Cups, because I like my coffee. Go for it. I'm not sure if you can hear it. In the background, I have the coffee going, and it's brewing, and I'm talking to you guys here. So you should be able to hear the coffee brewing, because I have the other receiver, the other microphone, pointed toward the coffee machine, and hopefully it's not drowning me out. 1, 2. Maybe I should bring this up a little bit higher. How's that? So I wouldn't be vlogging with this all the time because this looks awkward to vlog with. It'd be kind of weird to keep vlogging with a microphone, lapel microphone on my shirt. Unless I have a button-down shirt and a black button-down shirt at that. Which I do have. And yeah, I do have black button-down shirts that I can wear. But yeah, I'm about to have me some coffee and donuts, like legit coffee and donuts. And then we're going to get into some story time. How does that sound? Sounds good? And there's my phone again. Enemans had a sale on their donuts. And I know why they have had the sale. It doesn't taste good. It tastes like they had it in the refrigerator. And then they defrosted it and sold it. Oh, clown. Yeah. I like them when they're fresh. This is not fresh. It tastes like it was melted and then not good. Story time Sunday. And I got a story to tell you guys. Like, it was, and this would be real quick. As a kid, I've always been like sort of like the odd one, where I didn't always go with what everybody was doing. I always sort of like to explore, like to wander off, and that was me as a kid. There were stories of me, and I remember some of the times I would do this when my grandmother, my beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous grandmother, may the Lord, may she rest in peace, would pick us up from daycare, and I used to run ahead. And there was one time, and I'll share this. This is like there's two stories. And I ran ahead so far, I was like maybe a block up. And as I was running, I hear a beep. beep beep, car horn. I looked to my right, and it was my Uncle Jake. Now, if you ever seen my Uncle Jake is 6'5", tall, dark, and handsome. With a deep look. Like he has that, like, tall, dark, handsome, and mysterious type of look. That's my Uncle Jake, right? And he was in his maybe mid to late 20s at that time. So he was a very intimidating, towering figure. My uncle, he was. and I remember running back to my grandmother in fear, and I held her hand from the time I got back to her to the time we got in the house. And I remember going inside the house, looking around, and I don't see Uncle Jake or hear Uncle Jake anywhere. I look down where his bedroom was. I don't see Uncle Jake. All right, I think I'm good. Then I go into my bedroom, and you know who's standing there with a belt? Uncle Jake. That was the first and only time that man had to beat me. I learned my lesson. I would run up, but I wouldn't run up like a whole block and a half anymore. I'll tell you that much. But that's the type of kid I would. I was roaming. I like to just run off. My mother used to always say that I was the type of kid that would probably run off with somebody because I was so friendly. But when I was young, we went to Trinidad, like a family reunion. While I was out there, we went to Tobago. I remember Tobago, and I remember having a great time. A pool at night, it was lit up, playing volleyball. But we went to, what's it called? Alliance Pool, was it? No, not Alliance Pool. What's it called? I forgot what it's called, where, we got in a boat and we went out into Tobago for a little bit. And there's a place in the ocean where you can actually walk. And everybody was, hanging out with one another, and I decided to walk off. So I started to walk off, right? And as I'm walking, I'm looking at the sand, I'm looking around. It was beautiful. All I can remember is it was beautiful. And I kept walking and walking and walking, and all of a sudden there was no more floor, and I dropped into the ocean. Like, I walked, and all of a sudden I went down. And I started to panic. And I was a ways from people. People weren't paying attention to me because there was so many of us out there. Everybody was having a good time. Like, I walked off and nobody was concerned about me at that specific moment. But if anything did happen, they would be like, "Where's Andre?" And then a whole panic would have happened. That was stupid of me. So I remember panicking and swimming back up and then going to, and I was like, 6 at the time? So I just started swimming. So I'm swimming, trying to get to the surface. And I'm like doggy paddling to where there's like ground again. And I remember being afraid, and not afraid that I was about to die. I was afraid that my mama was going to kill me. So I never told anybody what happened. I went back to where everybody was. I stayed next to my mom for the rest of the day. And that was it. Because I wanted to be that young man that didn't listen and didn't want to. But even till this day, I'm like that. If I'm away with a group of people, I'll disappear. And I'll get some time to myself. Like, let's say if I go to a resort with people, I am the one that's going to go and roam the area of the resort, outside the resort, so I can learn about the culture. And because I'm a roamer, and sometimes I like to be. I like people. I love people, but I like to be by myself too. I'm a combination of an extrovert and introvert. I'm an extroverted introvert. Yeah, I'm an extroverted introvert. I don't know if that's a term, but I'm terming it. I hear Dr. A.R. Bernard, one of my favorite Bible teachers and preachers from a church in Brooklyn. Look him up if you guys don't know about Dr. A.R. Bernard. Very solid teaching and very humble, kind, empathetic, Bible-believing pastor. From what I can see. I've had a chance to meet him a couple of times, had conversations with him. And he is, as big as he is, he's a humble guy. But I think I heard him say that he's an extroverted introvert. And I'm that way too. I like to be, I don't like crowds, so I like to be by myself. Like when I go to Manhattan, I don't like when people touch me. So if I see that there's like a cluster of people, I'll wait until that cluster of people dissipates and then I'll walk, because I don't like just strange people touching me. But on the flip side, like, you know, I'm also extremely affectionate to the people that I know. And just that the people I don't know, don't touch me. Get your hands off me. You got no business touching me. I'm not about to punch you in your face. Just don't touch me. Give me a distance, right? But yeah, and I think and honestly, I don't know if I ever learned my lesson, because I mean I still do stuff like that. I'll go into an ocean and I'll go test to see how far I can go before. And a couple of years ago, I was in Sarasota, Florida, and I went into the ocean and I wanted to swim out a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I felt, and I kid you not, I felt the ocean start to pull me out, and initially I started to panic, and then I said, you know what, let me just swim sideways to the beach, and then slowly make my way to the shore, and that's what I did. So instead of me like trying to swim to the shore, I swam parallel to the shore, and slightly, you know, made my way back to the shore. Like, so instead of going like this to the shore, I went like this to the shore, and it worked. It worked. That was, I don't know where I learned that from. Maybe I heard it somewhere, but it worked. So another water story, kid you not. I was in Action Park when I was like maybe 8, 9 years old. What is it with me and water? Action Park when I was like 8, 9 years old. And I remember seeing this like pool area, right? And I remember what happened. It was they had like the swing. You could swing and jump in, and I was too young to swing and jump in the water. I wasn't confident as a swimmer, but I wanted to get into the water, and I thought that where I was, the water was like, you know, deep enough where I could stand up. And here's the thing. Again, I left my family. I left all my cousins and my mother and Alvin. I left them to walk off, to wander off. They were at the wave pool. I walked off. We was at Action Park. And I jumped in the water. And you know what? There was no bottom. At least I couldn't touch the bottom. So I went down and I swam up. And I was like, I got to the edge and, you know, went back to the wave pool. But this time I was a little older. I didn't have to stay by my mama. I realized at that time I could swim. Just, man, I think I have a healthy respect for water now because of all of that. Like, I see water and I like it, but now I'm like, you got power. You ever been to the ocean at night? It's creepy. If you go to the ocean at night and you look out into the ocean, I get the feeling, and this is maybe just me, maybe you too. I just hit the mic. Did you guys hear that? I feel like the ocean wants to pull me in. Like, I look, right? And as I look in the ocean and the waves are going in and going out, I'm like, yo, this ocean wants to swallow me. I've never gone night swimming in the ocean, and I probably never will. All right, that's my story time Sunday. Lesson of the story, respect water, because it can flow or it can crash. That's a quote from Bruce Lee. All right, be water, my friend. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Listen, if you have not liked this video, do so now. If you have not joined the Harrison Extended family, please hit that subscribe button to join the Harrison Extended family, and hit the bell notification to see when I upload new videos and be there live for the premieres. Because every video I upload, it's going to be a premiere. I also go live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. and every Saturday at 10 a.m. And it'll let you know when I go live so that you can join me in the live stream. All right? Now, despite me drinking out of this coffee mug, I do have merchandise on Teespring. If you go down to the description of this video, you'll see the link for Teespring. If you would like to support the channel financially, you can do so by going to that link and purchasing some Harrison Family Vlogs merch. You can also go to our PayPal and Cashapp and make a donation, but why make a donation of $10 when you can actually buy something for $10 and support the channel that way and get something in return? Right? All right, so go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching, and until the next premiere, peace.